So what we decided we would do today, we've invited everybody multiple times to come in and do a tour with us. We've had some of you take us up on that. So what we thought we'd do today is give you a virtual tour, show you what we have going on here in the office and some of the projects that we're working on. It's a great way for you to see things that you didn't even know we did that could possibly benefit your business and help you grow. A little bit about myself first. I'm Jessica Cockerham. Like Randy said, I head up our sales department here. We have a team of 2, not including John, who does all of our sales. I have been in the sales industry as long as I can imagine, from selling food in restaurants to video game sales. And then I recently came from the carport industry 6 years running. So, Carport Central, I worked with them for a brief amount of time. Loved it there. They're great members of the chamber as well. So starting off here for Xtreme Marketing, the owners are John and Betsy Tarn. John started this. He saw a need in an industry that needed to happen. He saw that there were people that weren't following through with that and helping companies get what they need. So he took that need and ran with it. And one of them was adding massive value. So right here behind me, this is our Pride Wall, right when you walk into our showroom here, which has kind of gotten a little bit more cluttered since we've grown. But we love to add massive value to your company. If we can't add massive value, we're not doing our job. So you see some of the big name brands that we have worked with, the PGA Tour, Kevin Powell Motorsports, Coca-Cola, Jack Daniels, Brown's Foreman. Those are some of our bigger name companies that we work with on the regular. So follow me on. We're going to start the tour this way. So starting when you first pull up here at Xtreme, the first thing you get to see in our parking lot is our fleet. We have a fleet, and they're really not all here for you to see right now, but several box trucks, moving vans. Way back in the back, you can see our custom Airstream trailers. So one of the things that Xtreme Marketing offers is that we can do expedited shipping. So if you have a product that you need to get somewhere fast, you don't have to call one of those companies out of town. You can call us. We've got a set of 3 or 4 drivers that can drive those. I think we've got some that are over on the West Coast as we speak right now, delivering some products, as well as our custom fab Airstream trailers are available for rent. We call them the barrel trailers because they're wrapped to look like whiskey and wine barrels. And you can have those to serve alcohol out of, as well as doing food and things like that for your corporate events or a give back to the community type event. Now we're going to go in and see our custom design. So this is where the magic happens. These are our custom graphic design artists, as well as our production manager, Manuel. Anytime you call us and have us do any art for you, logos, anything like that, that's where the magic happens, right here with these guys. I wish I knew how much years experience they have combined, but these guys are really good at what they do. Most all of them have a specialty. They all can do pretty much everything, but they all have specialties that they focus on. Gary comes from a wrapping and 3D graphics background. Mark, who we'll see later on in the shop, he sits down here at the end of the row. He has a theatrical and custom fab background. Daniel, who is out on vacation this week, he does website design, logo design, and stuff like that. So we're very lucky with the team that we have. We have lots of equipment as well. This is our wide format printer. When you order a custom printed sign or custom wraps for vehicles, this is what we print it out on. And then once we get that done, we send it over here to the laminating machine. This makes it where it's weatherproof, so we can laminate it with different kinds of coatings. We can do gloss and matte. Some of them even have glitter in it for the girls. So we do that, and then once we're ready to cut out the signs, we send it over here. So basically, this is like a large format Cricut machine, but a little bit more industrial. So it goes in here and it'll cut out each design wherever the computer tells it to cut. It's ready to go out on the signs and on vehicles and things like that. Now, I said earlier that you'll see that we're kind of crowded. We have grown exponentially. This used to be a showroom, and we would set up so many things for people to just come in and see all the pretties. But we've grown so big that now we say, forget it, just come in and see what we can do. So we have equipment all the way down our hallway here. The first piece of equipment that we're going to start with showing you, this is our industrial folder. So there's no more having us print out banners and brochures and stuff like that for you, and then sending it to you and you have a team sitting there folding them out. This works really well for politicians as well as real estate companies, that they can just send it to us. We print it, we put it through here, and it folds it right up for you, ready to go into the mail. Once that's done, to be able to send it out in the mail, you have to be able to put a little dot on it to keep it close. So that's what this machine does. We can put them on the sides, we can put them on the ends, we can put them all the way around. Not that I recommend that part. Makes postage go up, but it sends it right through here and adds the dot in on these rollers, spits it out right here, completed. On the other side here, we have a Duplo splitter cutter and creasing machine. What this allows us to do is all of our business cards in-house. So we take the business cards, we print them out on a big sheet of paper, stick them in there, and it's basically like a gavel. It comes down and cuts them straight across, and then it sucks it back in and cuts them the other way, and then business cards come out nice, pristine, and crisp. We can print on all of our printing machines here. This will do any type of paper as well as many custom sizes. So we can do posters, we can do handouts, postcards, flyers for your events, and all sorts of things like that, as well as just regular copies. This machine is one of my favorites in the office. This is our laser cutter. So if you have a certain shape, or if you've been around, say, Surrey Bank and Trust, and you've seen the coronavirus sneeze guards that sit on the counter, we cut those on here. You can actually see the line that where we've cut so many of those during the coronavirus pandemic that we've cut on here. It's actually engraved itself in our bottom slot. This machine is really cool to see in process. We've done all sorts of materials, including wood on this, and have gone in for companies for corporate events and put their logo on wood pieces like cutting boards and things like that. We also have a smaller format of that one. We call this one Speedy because it's a whole lot quicker. And one of the cool things that I like about it is once we do your business cards, so here's a pack of business cards we did for one of our sales guys. So we print it on the printer, we send it over to the cutter, it cuts it, make it pristine, double-sided full color. This box gets printed out, put in here, and it cuts the little stitches to be able to fold it to make custom boxes for your business cards. So if you have a business card that you need done, we even put your logo on the box for you. Coming on down the line here, this is our newest piece of machinery, which we showed you earlier in another virtual mixer. So this is our UV printer, and what we're able to do is to take chloroplast signs. We can lay them in there. We can put anything you want on it, and it just goes through and UV prints it. So we can either wrap them with vinyl or UV print straight onto them, and we can double side them right here in house. We've got several of the local real estate companies that have already called us, and we've been offering this for them, as well as being able to UV print stickers as well. And then once the UV printed stickers are printed, then we can take them back into there to that machine. This is what happens when you cut your nails off. And you can die cut them so that they come right off. No problem. This is a smaller format UV printer. And one of the guys just printed this sheet right here, show you all the colors that it's able to print in any format as well. And it goes right in. We also have an adapter that sits right in the middle that will UV print on round objects, basketballs, footballs, cups, anything like that. We can stick it in. So when you see those little foam stress balls with people's logos on them, we do those as well right here on this little machine. This is a yard sign, a chloroplast yard sign that we're doing for a real estate company. We can repurpose your original signage, go in, take the stuff off of it, and rewrap it, make it look brand new. So adding massive value helps you save money as well, and that's what we're here to do. Pretty custom sign works. This one is one that you'll see going in over close to Gates Pharmacy. It's a new floral shop in town, so we'll be doing the one that's out by the street, which is this one, as well as this large format sign that will be going up on the side of the building today. So right now there's a plain building with no signage. When you go later this afternoon, the boys will have already been down there and installed the sign on the side of the building. So we do installs as well. I'll let you head down the hallway as I speak. So we do brand ambassadorship. One of our largest customers is Brown's Foreman, which includes Jack Daniels, Woodford Reserve, Old Forester and more. So yes, most people ask us, do you get to work with alcohol? Absolutely. We have custom trained brand ambassadors that attend their events and trade shows that go ahead and do things as well as present the alcohol, do the tastings for the company themselves. So this is what we like to call our showcase hallway. To my left, and I hate that they're not here today, is Eva Weinmiller. She manages our social media department. We can manage your social media, do the post for you. That's one thing off your plate you don't have to do, as well as handling your online stores and your website. So we do have options for those as well. To my right here, we have Dan Glenn. He's our second in command for the sales department. So Dan has been doing sales longer than I was born. So he has lots of experience in sales and is really good about knowing what our products are. And one thing about our sales department that's really great is that we come to you. So you don't always have to come here. We'd love for you to, but we can come to you wherever you're located and talk about the things that you need. Come on outside. We're going to go to our shop. So we have a custom fab shop. Anything that you need, we're able to do. So walking in here, to my right, you see a van. This van has been fully stripped. It's an iHeartRadio van, so we do full custom wraps. If you ever see the iHeartRadio vehicles running around, we do all of those. This one, by the time it's done, is going to be a pink and purple graphics going all over it. Matt is a really good employee that we have that does. He's our wrap professional. To the left here, it's a secret project that we're working on with the Mount Airy Museum of Regional History. They've got it closed up because we're kind of keeping all that private. We do a lot of things for customers and businesses that don't want us to share the things that they're doing. So we make sure that those things are covered up and hidden before we do any tours. You know, keeping your privacy and the things that you're doing in your industry is important to us as well. We have custom fab trade show setups over here to the right. These are a set of bars that we're working on that will be at a trade show for Woodford Reserve. They are in the process of being completed and should be done by the end of the summer and ready to go, full of alcohol pouring for all the people in the audience. We have a custom routing as well as a plasma cutter. So this will go in and take metals and woods. We've even cut Coroplast signs. Pilot Mountain Middle School had us cut their stencil for the middle of their football field to be able to paint. As well as if you've been to downtown Pilot Mountain, you've seen our plasma cut benches on the street as well. So we're able to do that right here. It has a router attachment. So right now the router is on it, and the router attachment will go in and route it out. And then we also have a plasma section, which is the piping here that will go in and do the plasma part of it. So it's pretty cool to see in action. We'd love for you to come in and let us show you that. The other kind of things that we have, we outfit custom fab Airstream trailers for customers as well, not just ourselves. So we have all sorts of tools and machinery, as well as metal benders, a custom fab welder that's here in-house. So we do it all in-house. We try not to send anything out if we can help it. So follow me on the way. Another one of our customers, like really important that we do a lot with, is PGA Tour. If anybody watches the PGA Tour, we do the Corn Ferry Tour. You'll see the plasma cut Corn Ferry sign that we did for them at the field, as well as all the scoreboards. We do the headers, the signers, and the footers for all of those. And those are the custom printed banners that you see here. We make all of those, as well as edging them in-house and making the custom bags for them as well. So I'll open up. I appreciate everybody joining me today, and I'll open up for questions.
Don asks, you folks seem to do everything. Is there a service that you don't have, but you'd love to have?
That's a good question. Yeah, there are several things that we don't have that we wish we could do. For instance, I had a customer the other day that brought me a business card. We make business cards in-house, and it has a gloss effect on it. That's a whole different machine that applies that gloss effect on it. So we do outsource that. as well as screen printing. We have a partnership with screen printing here locally, so that if you want to get shirts that are vinyl pressed, we do that. We can embroider on shirts, but when it comes to screen printing, we do outsource that at the moment. Don't run it by John. It may happen tomorrow.
I know, because John and I have had this discussion, Betsy and I have talked about it, is how you guys pivoted during COVID, because that hit a lot of businesses pretty hard in some areas. What did you guys do to handle that?
Was not here during COVID, but the stories that I've heard have been pretty great. A lot of companies, including the one that I was trying to start on my own before I came here, some shut down. Mine shut down. I wasn't able to process it anymore. The business just wasn't there. A lot of people who had things that they could do, people just couldn't afford it. They were out of work, or they were spending the money at Lowe's Hardware out redoing their yard.
Right.
John, instead of pulling back and not doing those things, he went out and bought more machines, thought about the things that were needed for the pandemic and what people were going to need. I know that Old North State Winery basically did the same thing, saw what they were able to produce and what could they do for the instance in making the mask and things like that. So John went in and saw that we were going to need sneeze guards and face masks and things like that. So we were able to buy the machinery that was necessary to cut those things in-house and offer them really cheap. And I wish I had the numbers in front of me, but John donated probably more than he sold when it came to that. And the reasoning for that was just, like it says, adding massive value. If we can't help you through the hard times, we're not going to be able to help you if your business isn't there.
Absolutely. Kaisha had a question. Do you guys do small amounts on runs, like 10 or 15 for items like tumblers or pad folios or whatever?
Absolutely. So we will do one of pretty much anything, except for business cards. I can do you a sheet of 6 business cards. But the more that you buy, the better price we can offer you. So the price breaks are generally for something like tumblers. We can do 1 to 25 at one price, 25 to 50 at another price, and 50 to 100 or more at the best price. And the same thing for business cards. We can do 100, 250, 500, and the price just gets better as you go.
Well, I would also be remiss if not to recognize the company as well as being the Chamber's Business of the Year for 2020. And John and Betsy were awarded that. And we're very proud that you guys have built quite a business there in Pilot Mountain. One other thing that I was going to mention before I forget, because I know that's one area that you guys pivoted in, is that Xtreme Marketing is still in the expediting business, which some people may not understand or know what that is. Can you tell them a little bit about that?
I tell you what, Betsy, do you want to take that one over, or you want me to?
I got it.
Okay.
I took over the expediting thing. I learned how to be a dispatcher pretty quickly on. But we will take pretty much, we can take anything. We have hauled everything from hemp to car parts to paint, all those things. We don't really have a refrigerating thing, so we can't really do that. But we have 2 sprinters, a cargo van. We've got 2 box trucks. It started out slow, but it has really, really, really picked up.
Yeah.
And I need a new driver. I'm losing one next week.
Oh yeah.
My youngest son he decided to quit college. He did a year of this, and he is going back to school on the 19th.
Across the country, by the way. Okay. So just amazing.
And if it's something that needs to be, like last week, I had team drivers. They picked up in Moxville on a Monday. They had to deliver to Wyoming. They were there at 11 o'clock on Tuesday. So they'll take turns driving. And that's a lot of our stuff. We get it, and it has to be there either the next day or the day after.
Absolutely.
So we will get it done for you. Like last week, the boys went Moxville to Wyoming, Wyoming to Utah, Utah to Arizona, Arizona to Alabama, Alabama home. Oh, so they did that all in a week.
Whoa. Yeah, no, that's.
So I keep them hopping. I got 2 going to New York. They're in New York now, and I've got 1 leaving tomorrow going to South Carolina, Missouri, and Oklahoma.